Okay, we're here today at 8421 Barbie Lane. I'll turn this way. There we go. And we're looking at a front lawn that's pretty much died back from the stress of the summer. We're trying to culture fescue here. We've got some clover and some other broadleaf weeds. It ought to be spot sprayed before we come in to do the slit seeding. And let me turn this back around so I can see my clock. Sorry about that. Yeah, it's just a really a hot area right here. And then over here, I guess in recognition of the fact that this is going to be difficult to culture fescue in this kind of a climate. We've got Bermuda that's pretty much all in this portion, and so there wouldn't be any way to get any benefit out of the package that was purchased here, other than the fact that we just included this in the area where we've done a soil analysis, and so there'll be some information that could be useful in treating that area. I'm going to walk around here because this is where I think the homeowner's wanting to focus most of the work. There's an area right here off the deck, and there's a dog that's really trying hard to scare me away. Hey buddy. Yeah. But this area here has just been taken over by moss, and primarily, you know, all the way to the step down there and around and through here. This is just an area where we're not going to get any sunlight during the day. We're not going to get 2 hours of sunlight to be able to grow grass. I mean, it might be worth just slicing it in here where there's no moss to see what it will do. Use a shade-loving variety. But the whole back area here, there's another cluster of weeds that they could be sprayed out before we start to seed. And this is black medic here, which is a kind of a woody perennial. It's hard to get rid of, but it needs to be treated. I would just use Roundup on all of them. But again, we've got a dense canopy of shade up under these trees. You know, we need to just try to plant grass on the line where we see some light, and then on back into the dense shade areas. There just needs to be a recognition that that's just going to have to be a naturalized area. Throw some big bark nuggets there, and then mow along the outline of that. Here it's just, I don't know, I don't remember if the homeowner told me what the story was here or not, but if there was ever any grass here, it doesn't show any evidence of it. So I pulled a number of cores. Here's a typical core that I found right there. I was able to probe down about 3 inches. Looks like we've got a sandy clay loam here. It's fairly loose soil. The pH in this spot is around 6.6, but that's higher than most places that I found it. Back here, it averaged around 6.6. Around the front, it was closer to 6.2. So if we wanted to do any liming, we would use a number 6.4. And this is around 2,000 square feet, but since we'd be sowing with shade-loving grass, the sowing with the more expensive shade-loving grass would have to count this area twice. So this would be the equivalent of 4,000 square feet. That'd be enough to do the area that we looked at first in the front on the right side of the driveway, that we would seed with the more drought-tolerant hybrid fescue. So this is what we've got, and that's all for now. I'm signing off. Thursday, September 27th. So long.